All right, first up this morning, if you were out fishing and caught this on your line, what would you do?
Throw it back.
You'd be like, what is it? Is it an alien, a weed? Pretty big for a weed. Our next guest asked the internet, and he came back with an answer.
Joining us with another unusual story is Matt Wild from the Milwaukee Record. Good to see you.
Hi, good morning.
What up?
Don't tell us what it is yet.
I won't.
Okay.
That's the big reveal.
Yes, people gotta wait for a minute.
Build a little suspense.
I'm going to build it up. I want to horrify everyone right away in the morning. This is really what I do best.
The only answer to this, did it move?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So we'll get to that. So the setup.
So you tried hunting a while back,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And now you're trying fishing because you're not. This is not a.
Well, I'm a real classy city guy,
Yeah.
and now in recent years I've come to really enjoy hunting and fishing. Like everything I hated about it as a kid, I now kind of love about it. It's like, oh, I get to sit in the woods and do nothing for 5 days.
Unplug.
Great.
Bring it on.
So a couple weekends ago, my family, my brothers, some friends, my dad, my uncle, we all went up to Rhinelander, Wisconsin, where we go every year for spring fishing for the opening weekend. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful weekend. We stay on these chains of lakes called the Moen Lake Chains, M-O-E-N. Very lovely up there in Rhinelander.
That's a beautiful shot.
And
Cold.
yeah, there's my brother. That's Tony. He's fishing, and this is moments before the incident occurred. So it was, I think it was about the last day of the last afternoon of fishing. I was in the boat with my brother Tony and our friend Jay, and we have fish. We've caught some fish. We have some nice walleye in our live well. We have some nice crappie. Day's been going terrific. It's been lovely, and so we're just kind of sitting there, and suddenly it's like, oh, I have a hit. Great, another fish, no problem. Reeling it in. Thinking nothing of it, just another fish for the boat, reeling it in, and
it's a very gentle reel.
just bring it in. See, it seems like it might be something nice. All right, great. I reel it in, I pull it up, and we see that.
It's the Moen monster.
Whoa.
Did you say it Moen or Moen?
Moen, I think, yeah.
So it's the Moen monster.
Not your average walleye.
No, it really isn't.
Okay, I want to know the perspective on this because how big is this reel?
And how heavy?
Because fish pictures and stuff like that with fishing tend to look a lot bigger than they are.
Well, you can see the minnow there hanging like on the right side of it. That's just a small minnow. Some people thought that was like a full fish and like this thing was 12 feet high. No.
Because you can't tell with fishing photos.
Right.
Yeah, and we had some Facebook viewers who wrote in, and one guessed a rattle octo snake.
Yes. The other one just guessed the rattle of a rattlesnake.
Yep. We also had Wags said reinforcing steel.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. And then a lot of other people just said ew.
Ew.
Yeah, ew. A lot of people that I asked, they said that looks like my nightmares.
Yes, it does.
What it looked like to me, I mean, I thought like, should I call National Geographic? Should I call NASA? Is this? It looks like an alien, right? It looks like a face hugger from the Alien movies. It's
Yeah.
jump off the line and burst out of my chest later that afternoon.
Were you afraid of it?
Yeah.
Did you scream?
All three of us.
Will you reenact your scream?
No,
Okay.
there was no screaming. It was like a minute of dead silence. Just three grown adults staring at that.
What I want to say is, and this is kind of gross too, it looks like to me like an animal that's been the inside removed and hanging on the line. There's a word for that.
Like a skeleton?
Eviscerated or just turned inside out.
Yeah, like the intestines and the guts of something.
This is great morning chat show. Subject. I'm just,
Hope your breakfast is good.
It's a great day to shine.
our theme music.
Every time I come here, it's in my head for 24 hours before I get here, so thank you for that. Like I said, it's just 10 seconds of horrified silence looking at this thing. Finally, our friend Jay, he's like, swing it over here, and I'll take a look. And I was like, all right, pal.
What does Jay do?
It's your funeral, pal. So, swing it over, and he touches, and right away he's like, oh, it's plastic.
Oh.
It's a lure. It's a fishing bait.
Okay.
I'm not convinced, and I'm not touching it either.
No.
So he just kind of tosses it back in, which if it was a plastic bait, that was a mistake. A lot of people yelled at me on the internet. It's like,
is this what it is?
You shouldn't throw it. Yeah, and some people sent me pictures of this.
But this looks small.
This
looks like a pinky size.
Right. I don't know if it was waterlogged. I mean,
What?
who knows how long that thing...
I see the similarities.
Yeah,
but is that little bait mimicking the live thing that was on your...
Because the actual thing on the line looks huge to me.
Yeah.
It was.
Show us The size.
Classic fishing here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, about,
So
about
like
yay big.
But now it's gotten this big.
It's grown in. And it looked like it was moving, right? And we realized
it was you shaking.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's hanging on a fishing line, but I mean, at first it looked like the thing was moving, and I thought we're all going to die.
Right. So you found out that it probably is that thing.
I guess that's it.
Do you know the name of that thing?
I think it's called like a sweet beaver bait or something. Like someone pinned it down. Yeah, it does.
So if you want to catch beavers, you use that?
Yes.
Or is it to catch beavers?
No, it's to catch like bass and walleye and muskie, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
Some type of bait. I suppose you could catch a beaver with it. I don't know. I mean, it was big and terrifying enough. So that seems to be the consensus, that it was a bait. I hope it was.
What's next
for a fish?
For a fish.
Yes.
Okay.
A muskie is a fish.
Not a beaver. Yeah.
No, but not a beaver.
Right.
Making the distinction between a beaver and a fish. Okay.
Oh, got that.
So it seems to be a bait. That's the consensus. Some people are not convinced. I showed it to some friends the other night, and they were horrified. And B were like, there's no way. My dad is not convinced. He thinks it's a pine cone or a mutant pine cone or something.
That's funny. If you go to MilwaukeeRecord.com, you can read the full story. And what's next for you, just real quick?
Oh, what's next for me? I don't know. I'll
try the panzerata.
Go water skiing on the Milwaukee River or something.
There you go.
I'll come up with something silly.
Yeah, something a little
Always a blast to see you.
Oh,
Thank you for sharing the fishing story.
Anytime.
The tale.
Thank you.
We like it.